and welcome along to the rest day of the 2011 Personnel Argentina-Chile Dakar Rally, and the President is in town. It's an opportunity for riders and drivers alike to speak to the media and have a bit of fun. And we'll be hearing from all of the leading contenders, as even Nasser Al-Attiyah still competitive even in a card game. But certainly the excitement of the day in the bivouac here in Arica was the visit of Sebastián Pinera, the President of Chile. First he visited the leading contenders, Kamaz and Volkswagen, Mark Coma also showing him his bike, but he insisted on meeting every single rider and driver from Chile. He took a lesson in the Auto Gasco team and met Chilean sensation Chilico Lopez. Much hysteria around the President today. And as it's the rest day, we don't have a stage today. Instead, we stay in the capital of surfing, Chile. Arica is the venue for a place to put your head down. Molkama leads the rally on the rest day, and he was very relaxed in the bivouac when it came to speaking to the KTM rider.
Una semana dura, ¿no? Sabemos que
the week was very hard. We know that it's a hard rally,
lo más duro, ¿no? Entonces,
and we still didn't make the hardest bit. I'm happy to be here with the chances of victory, but there's still 1 week of race. We will keep an eye on this, work at 100%, not make any mistakes, and we'll see what happens in the end. Plenty of media attention on the top two runners. Coma answering questions from every single press around. Just next door, with Red Bull all over his bike, Cyril Desprez is 8 minutes down and needs to work pretty hard. Problem with the bike yesterday, so plenty of work for mechanics to do and try and solve it. Remember those engine regulations? They're only allowed 3 this year, and that is putting extra strain on the mechanics. For instance, in some races, there are days or half days where we watch ourselves and slow down. But for the moment, in this Dakar, since we left Buenos Aires, we are pushing, and I think it will continue like this. Being in Arica, there's plenty of attention on Chilico Lopez. Met the President, but every single person he walks past wants a photo and an autograph. So, how is he coping with the attention? I'm riding with the goal to finish in the top 3. I'm at 20 minutes from the first 2, and many things can happen, and it's still the most complicated week of the race ahead. There'll be long stages, the engine and the biker will start to suffer, and in Spanish we say he can chop off the stalk. The head group is being separated, and that is starting this new week. Fourth position is the first of the Yamahas. Helder Rodriguez riding for the Portuguese TMN team, with the rest of Yamaha France just around the corner. It's a good battle between the 3 teams, with Jonas Street also, and he's also got Red Bull backing as well. I wonder if he can push harder. I'm not only thinking about Chaleco, I hope to be more ahead with Mark and Cyril. I'm still focused on the first place in general. I will attack and attack during the second week to finish in a better position. Plenty of work being done on the rest of the Yamahas, and BMW having a very bad day yesterday. Concalves losing nearly 7 minutes, so plenty of work to do on the Speed Brain team. No Zahelio after his accident, he broke his collarbone. And in the Yamaha team, Jorge Villedoms has had plenty of problems on his bike, setup issues as well, so work gone. He lost Olivier Pin after his accident. He broke his wrist, and Alain Duclos is still there, but struggling a little bit. Plenty of time to rest for the bikers, but let's now take a look back on what's happened in this first week. Well, we started off with a festival in Buenos Aires on New Year's Day. Nearly 2 million Argentinians came out to support Patronelli and all the Argentinian riders, but also their heroes. The battle really has been between Cyril Desprez and Marc Coma. Coma biting the dust just a day ago. The crash didn't lose him time, but the damage to the bike did. You'd have thought that would have put Desprez at the front of the field, but having seen Coma out the side of the road, he backed off and in fact lost out to Coma eventually. Coma leads the rally, Desprez in second spot. 8 minutes down because of a penalty after returning to the bivouac, starting the liaison. He needed his gloves, and that cost him 10 minutes. The gap between them is about 8. In third position is the Chilean Francisco Lopez. Third in last year's Dakar. He's yet to win the stage on this year. He lost 10 minutes on stage 3 with fuel intake problems, and he's some 18 minutes down overall. The lead BMW has been ridden so far by our Concalves, but he has had a few navigational problems both on day 4, but more importantly yesterday, where he got lost having started on the road in first. Then bike problem meant he finished the day 115th. Olivier Pin was a star on the Yamaha early on, but sadly on stage 5 he crashed, breaking his wrist. He takes part no longer. Another man to have major problems has been David Castor. Crashed on day 1, the bike went into a crowd and injured a spectator. He then had gearbox problems later on, and therefore he lost 4.5 hours. No chance of rally victory for him. Rodriguez, as we've heard, very much has victory in his sights. He won yesterday and is desperately trying to keep up with the front 4. He was able to in stage 6. And Ruben Faria has taken 2 stage victories when he went across the line, but penalties on both of those days meant actually he languishes quite far down in the standings. Yesterday, the penalty he picked up was at the fuel point. He only stopped for 5 minutes rather than 10. So here are the results going into the rest day. Coma 8 and a bit ahead of Desprez. 22 down to Lopez, but that can all change in the dunes. Rodriguez, and looking onto the second page, Villedoms, Street, Verhoeven for BMW in 8th, Garcia and Svitko in 10th position, an hour down. In the quads, well, it's all changed. It was a fantastic battle between 3 Argentinians early on, but problems yesterday for both Matishek and Maffei mean that really this man, Alejandro Patronelli, is out on his own. His brother retired from the rally on stage 3, and therefore he has an easy go of it. That, of course, is if he doesn't have any problems. Best rookie is this man, Quinn Coddy from America on the Honda Europe bike. It's his first rally. He's won Baja 1003 times, but he's not had it all his own way. It's been tricky. Dakar biting back on occasion. And how about best female? Well, the legend that is Annie Seal, Swedish lady on the KTM, best lady last year in 43rd. At the moment, she is 38th after a 39th place in yesterday's stage.